Understand that you know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So you can have something.
And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone. He like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad.
I got him from Atlanta to California and was able to get him with the coaches and have him be in a new environment where he can have that extreme focus to get ready faster than he would usually get ready.
What would you do if you gave someone $5 million, made their son a star, brought their name back to life, and all for them to turn around and stand next to your biggest enemy? See, that's the drama and storm that 50 Cent is caught in. Money's missing, loyalty's in question, and Rick Ross right in the middle. But what if someone wasn't just being slick? What if they owed Meech a favor and had to pay back?
People was confronting Ross everywhere about the words he said in that song. Even some of the BMF guys for saying he think he Big Meech.
50 Cent didn't just see a hot story when he looked at the Black Mafia family's legendary rise and explosive downfall. The visionary he is, he saw an empire in the making. And that's exactly why he made a serious move in securing the rights to bring the story of Demetrius Big Meech Flannery and his brother Terry to life, turning their $270 million drug empire into a full-blown drama series for the Stars Network.
From my perspective, BMF is important in a different way. Like, as things start to shift culturally, when hip-hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast-based material, it moves to the southern market, the culture changes.
One of those possible cash grabs appeared to be the BMF narrative. But 50 wasn't using it to get immediate attention. Authenticity was what he sought. He desired for the culture to sense it. He therefore took a risk by casting Demetrius Lil Meech Flannery Jr., Big Meech's real-life son, as his own father. Here's the problem, though. In his entire life, Lil Meech had never acted. Lil Meech received rigorous private acting lessons for $50, which he paid out of pocket.
It was just genuine, and I sat by him, and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone. He like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad.
I had done the casting in Atlanta. I run into him then. But when I look at him, he looked like his daddy, like spitting his hair down.
With Lil Meech at its core, the BMF series has become a success. Therefore, 50's investment in Lil Meech has definitely paid off. The young man was having a great time when Season 1 premiered, receiving positive accolades for his acting abilities. And his life would only grow better in 2024 when his father was released from prison. With his entourage, 50 was there to offer Big Meech love when he returned. OG enjoyed sharing stories with Gunn and was glad to have him at his house. This appeared to be the beginning of something bigger.
You know what's crazy? We went to Meech's house, we sat down with him, Lil Meech, and I thought, big things in the future was coming, because he was talking about stories about jumping in cars with bricks, and he just was telling the war stories that was amazing, where I was mesmerized.
Don't always know which streets they return to, but the streets never forget a legend. Meech was leaving prison and entering a new world. However, he was unaware of it at the time. 50 wasn't the only person anticipating Big Meech's comeback. Rick Ross, his longtime competitor, was also a huge admirer. When Ross released the hit song BMF in 2010, he had a history with Meech. Ross named Big Meech on the song that turned into an anthem in Rumor has it that not everyone approved of Ross utilizing Meech's name in that way. Even though BMF was a huge hit in the streets at the time, he was having some issues at the moment. So perhaps, just possibly, Ross saw a chance to put things right, make amends. Identify himself with the homie directly, make things better when Meech left.
Confronting Ross everywhere about the words he said in that song. even some of the BMF guys for saying he think he Big Meech. So you just made a valid point right there because he know he armor solid. He know he armor solid and you beefing with his main op. Come on over to MMG Estates, man. Come on.
Ross didn't waste any time when Big Meech landed in Miami under supervised release. He announced a huge welcome home concert in Meech's honor, with himself as the main act, and provided financial connections. He even invited 21 Savage and Lil Baby to partake in the festivities.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself.
Big Meech was undoubtedly enjoying himself immensely. The only issue was that he was unaware of the extent of the animosity between 50, Cent, and Rick Ross. For those who may not remember, 50 and Rick Ross had a falling out that began in 2009 when Ross said that 50 looked down on him, and DJ Khaled backstage at the BET Awards. 50 would later claim that he never met Ross, even though he acknowledged seeing Khaled at the event. Shortly after he released the trash tune Mafia music, Ross took offense. Officer Ricky responded to 50's clapback by making fun of Rick Ross's previous employment as a correctional officer.
And Khaled's a faggot too, he's a faggot. I see him at the BET Award, that's funny. Like, I remember seeing Khaled, but I don't remember seeing Rick Ross at all. I mean, he gave me a pass. Well, don't give me no pass, man. I don't deserve passes.
Ross and 50 have been savagely attacking one another until now, with little indication that their feud will cease. Big Meech was going to cause trouble with 50 because he was spending time with his enemy. As usual, 50 took to Instagram and shared a since-deleted picture of a rat next to Rick Ross's well-known bar. Big Meech, I believe. Ross wasn't being clowned by 50 by making grave accusations. He was disparaging Big Meech, accusing him of being a spy. However, 50 wasn't done in the post's caption. He went one step further and said that Tammy Cohen, who operated BMF Entertainment while he was incarcerated and rocked with Big Meech in the past, gave up some names to the police at Big Meech's request in order to receive a few years off his sentence. Meech refused to accept it. Without hesitation, he went on camera to reject the accusations of snitching.
I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets, but I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarant Arena, February 13th.
The public war put Lil Meech in a messed up spot. The kind no young man wants to be in. On one side, you got your father, and on the other side, you got the man that changed your whole life. And who believed in you when nobody else would, and gave you the keys to Hollywood. And Lil Meech tried to play it real cool. You know, he wasn't picking sides. He just wanted peace. So he reached out to 50 privately, trying to smooth things over with some real heartfelt text messages. He explained in the text how Rick Ross stepped up to help his father financially. Whatever Lil Meech was selling, 50 definitely was not buying, because he leaked the screenshots of the messages on social media for everybody to see.
I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty in I'm human. I go through my own, but I never switched up on you. Cross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until the next season starts. This internet throwing me off, man. You know me.
And the controversy around Lil Meech's moniker began to worsen as all of this drama unfolded in public. There were rumors circulating regarding his actual lifestyle. He spent about $100,000 on Chrome Hearts jeans and $500,000 on a set of personalized, diamond-drenched BMF chains, according to reports that he was spending a lot of money. Although he was living a rich lifestyle and appeared to be flamboyant, there were rumors circulating that he might not even be the owner of some of the expensive items he was showing off.
Seen pictures with Lil Meech with a Richard Mille watch. Like, those watches started $250,000.
That's a fact.
So you mean to tell me your dad needs help for bills, but you got a $250,000 watch?
Vlad,
These two things do not fit together.
Vlad, if Platinum Motorsports drops off a Rolls Royce in the front for me to drive, I'm driving it, but it ain't mine.
Right, you're saying some of these watches aren't his.
The show was successful. 3 seasons in, Lil was making money, but he was spending it hand over fist. Like you said, there was a Richard Mille watch, which he got, almost arrested over.
you see it yourself.
There
It was
all the clothes.
Yeah, it's
I'm seeing go yard luggage.
yeah,
like, this
go,
is
yeah.
later on in
Come
life.
on, man. No, and then you in Atlanta at that with indulging spending money. Like you see 100,000 poking out his.
The twist then appeared. Ross had organized a large welcome home concert for Big Meech. Despite all the hoopla, the Love Baby 21 Savage show was canceled. Unexpected events was the official line. The reality, however, was much messier. To begin with, ticket sales appeared to be struggling. The feds then arrived. They reportedly arrived during sound check and turned everything off. Meech was still holding a well-known concert with rappers, boisterous crowds, and street connections, while being closely watched from the halfway house. Red flags of many kinds were likely raised by that. He wasn't completely free after his release. There were regulations, and this incident reportedly went beyond them. Few are already aware of who spoke, right? When the news broke, 50 immediately returned to Instagram. He shared a picture of the postponed concert along with the following text: "I was not involved in this. Don't call my phone, please. I genuinely hope today is pleasant for you. Cheers. To Valentine's Day, you underestimate my strength." 50 elevated the situation to a new level when he uploaded a picture of Lil Meech, who appeared to be unconscious, slouched in the wheelchair. To make matters worse, he implied that Lil Meech struggled with drugs by putting Amy Winehouse's rehab in the background. Nor was this the only instance. 50 has previously stated that in the early days of filming BMF, he personally sent Lil Meech to rehab. Here's the problem though. Meech has never been known to have a drug problem. It's no arrest, no footage, no outrageous. Headline in TMZ, only 50 are promoting the unconfirmed story. However, 50 wasn't finished yet. He reposted pictures of Michael Rainey Jr., who co-starred in Power Book 2, striking the bell at the New York Stock Exchange and modeling for Tommy Hilfiger. However, his captions seemed to be a jab at Lil Meech rather than a straightforward shout-out. He then tweeted allegations that Lil Meech had allowed a friend to be blamed for drug and gun charges during a police stop. Hey, how will you put your pills and strap on your man's lap when he's sleeping? Like this. You're in your 50s. Additionally, he uploaded an audio recording of someone who sounds like Lil Me apologizing, along with what appeared to be body cam footage from the stop.
Who sounds like Lil Meech apologizing.
Oh. Good, man. Hey, so we trying to run the gun and stuff? Yeah. Okay. That's what y'all found it on them? Then y'all found it? Alright. It's not illegal. Huh? It's not illegal. What'd you say? It's not illegal. It's not illegal what? To have a firearm. Oh, I'm talking about the other stuff. Huh? The other stuff. Talking about the other guy? The other stuff, yeah. Yeah. That's illegal.
What started off as a powerful move to turn BMF's legacy into something clean, legal, and legendary is now spiraling into a full-on war. You got 50 dragging Meech's name through the dirt. You got Ross in the mix. You got loyalty lines getting blurred. And in the middle of it all, Lil Meech stuck between the father he just got back and the man who made him a star. I don't know what to make of this, but you can tell us what you think about this crazy story that's messed up for a lot of people. But leave your comments, let us know how you're feeling, like the story, share the story, hey, subscribe to the page and get the merch. Brooklyn, yeah, we go hard. And I'll see you next time.